Dark room, a single figure sits. Their face hidden in shadows, eyes filled with pain. Clock ticks slowly. Every second feels heavy. Rain pours outside, thunder echoes through the night. Memories of failure flash in fragments. Lost job, broken trust, shattered dreams. Empty phone screen, no messages, no calls. Tears roll quietly, heart heavier than words. The world feels distant, uncaring. A broken picture frame lies on the floor. Hands tremble while picking it up. Anger erupts, glass shatters further. Screams echo, but no one listens. Loneliness suffocates like a cage. They fall to the floor, exhausted, breath shaking, chest heavy. A whisper escapes. Why me? The silence answers with nothing. Lightning flashes, revealing tears. The storm outside mirrors the storm inside. Darkness grows thicker. Then, a single spark of memory, a smile from childhood. A voice saying, "You are stronger than this." Eyes widen with faint hope, a flashback of better days. Laughter, victories, moments of courage. Heartbeat grows louder. Hand grips the floor, trying to rise. Knees shake, but strength begins to return. They stand slowly, unsteady but determined. The mirror reflects a broken but breathing soul. A whisper now stronger. Not the end. Rain begins to slow outside. A streetlight pierces the window. Hands wipe away tears. Deep breath. A small flame of willpower ignites. Curtains open, letting in the morning light. The city outside is alive, moving forward. Eyes locked onto the horizon. Determination flickers in those eyes. Gym shoes on the floor, dusty from neglect. Hands reach down, tie the laces tight. One step forward. Door creaks open, the outside world awaits. Cold air hits the face. Jogging begins, slowly at first. Each step heavy, painful. Legs burn, lungs ache. But something feels alive again. Every drop of sweat is pain, leaving the body. Sun rises, painting the sky orange. Birds fly above freely. Running turns into sprinting. Heart races but feels powerful. Inner voice screams, "Keep going." Tears mix with sweat, but now they are tears of release. Mountains in the distance glow in sunlight. Determination grows like wildfire. Back at home, journal opens. Pen scratches across the page. Day 1. Calendar marks a new beginning. Morning alarm set early. Books on discipline and growth pile up on the desk. Mirror stares back with a new fire in the eyes. Push-ups on the floor, body trembling. Muscles ache, but strength builds. Every rep becomes a declaration. I refuse to quit. Day turns into weeks. Sweat drips, body transforms. Confidence slowly returns. Failures still echo, but now they fuel the fire. Each rejection becomes motivation. Each scar becomes a badge of honor. Crowds once doubted. Now they start to notice. A small smile forms while passing the mirror. Phone buzzes. Opportunities slowly return. But the focus isn't outside validation anymore. It's inner growth, unshakable strength. Old wounds heal, though scars remain. Scars become reminders, not weights. Work begins again, stronger than before. Discipline sharpens the mind like steel. Books close, wisdom remains. Hands calloused, heart stronger. Eyes sharper, posture taller. No longer a victim of pain, but a warrior forged by it. Challenges appear, but now they run towards them. Every fall turns into another rise. Crowds cheer as achievements build. Awards shine, but the real victory is inside. I'm going to read you a poem I wrote about a hero. Once broken, now unbreakable. Every breath carries resilience. The storm that once destroyed, now fuels power. Once crying in silence, now inspiring others. Speeches ignite hearts. Strangers listen with tears in their eyes. A voice declares, "If I can rise, so can you." And from the depths of despair, the crowd roars with applause. Hearts awaken across the room. Lives begin to change. Chain reactions of hope spread outward. The one who was once lost, now found leading the way. darkness bows before the light. The journey inspires millions. The broken picture frame is now replaced by medals, journal pages filled with growth and gratitude, calendar marked with milestones of strength, from rock bottom to unstoppable force. The world now sees not a failure, but a fighter. The person who whispered, "Why me?" now roars, "Try me!" Mountains climbed, dreams rebuilt. A fire burns that no storm can extinguish. Children look up with admiration. Friends return with respect. Family embraces tighter. The horizon no longer feels distant. It feels reachable, conquerable. The air tastes sweeter. Life feels fuller. No more running from pain. Pain has become power. Once chained by despair, now crowned by resilience. This is the story of someone who started out broken. But I believe all of us watching have been broken in some shape or form. There's parts of us that we would like to forget, moments that we would like to erase. But you know what? Those are the moments that shaped us, that made us who we are. So this story is about embracing your pain, embracing your struggle, because it's through those struggles that we find our strength, that we find our power. So let's dive into this story, shall we? Let's see what it's like to go from broken to being unstoppable. The first time I heard the word bipolar, I thought it meant having two separate lives. One where I was put together and normal, and another where I felt like I had lost all control. Looking back, I realized how right I was. My diagnosis wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of my real life. It took years for me to accept the reality of living with bipolar disorder. I fought against the medications, against the therapies, against the very idea of having a mental illness. But here's what I learned. Accepting my diagnosis wasn't a sign of weakness. It was an act of strength. It meant acknowledging my reality so I could work on it. I didn't just seek help for myself. I sought it for my family too. I wanted them to understand the storms I was facing so they could navigate alongside me. I recall the moment when I first opened up to my loved ones about my bipolar disorder. It wasn't easy. The words caught in my throat. But their reactions were a turning point. Their love and support became my anchor during those turbulent times. My friends, they stood by me, educating themselves, reaching out a helping hand. Even my colleagues showed understanding, creating a supportive environment at work. That's the beauty of surrounding yourself with the right people. They don't just walk with you through the shadows. They illuminate your path. With the unwavering support of my family, I dove into learning everything I could about bipolar disorder. I devoured books. I attended seminars, and I engaged in online communities. Knowledge became my ally, helping me decipher the highs, the lows, and the triggers that affected me. And then came medication. After trying different ones, I found the right combination that helped level my emotional highs and lows. It wasn't a walk in the park. There were side effects and adjustments along the way, but sticking to a routine helped make it more manageable. I also discovered the magic of journaling, a place where I could pour out my emotions without judgment. Writing became my therapy, my confidant, and sometimes my medicine. As I continued on this journey, I realized something profound. Living with bipolar disorder isn't about limitations. It's about redefining my capabilities. It's about recognizing that my brain works differently, not less than. With every sunrise, I choose to focus on what I can do rather than what my illness may hold me back from. My art became my solace, my creativity a vibrant tapestry woven with the threads of my experiences. Through my art, I found a way to express the complexities of bipolar disorder, the manic highs, and the depressive lows. It's a form of therapy for me, a dialogue between my soul and the canvas. My journey isn't over, but I'm no longer afraid of the storms within me. I've learned to dance with them, to find beauty in the chaos. If my story can touch even one person out there, if it can inspire someone to seek help, to embrace their diagnosis, then my journey becomes more than my own. It becomes a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and a celebration of living a life on my own terms. Remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out, seek help, and keep reaching for those dreams. The world needs your light.